And welcome to the football show brought to you by KG Law. Cookies, what the hell did we just watch for hours? It was a chaos week. We got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get into the 5 big things brought to you by KG Law. And we're just going to roll through. The NFL presents us with, what would you say, 2 or 3 of these a year?
Yeah.
Where it's just a circus. It was insane. First of all, you remind me all the time, I'm old. I've never seen in 3 minutes, I've never seen in the same week 2 field goals blocked and returned for TDs, much less to win games, much less like in earshot of each other. Chaos. Total chaos.
I counted 9 defense and special teams touchdowns today. And you're right. When you got multiple blocked field goals going for scores back to back, seemingly within seconds of one another, like, what was that?
But here's what I want to say is, like, obviously you and I both, we do college football with Cash the Ticket. Obviously we emanate from Detroit, so college is big out here. I think people conflate college and pro like they're anywhere near. The rules do not apply. In college, you can overcome so much. In the NFL, the margins are razor thin. We get comfortable going, no way team A can lose to team B. Oh, really? We had an unforgivable loss in this league. We're going to get to that. But, like, what was the record of the teams that got a defensive touchdown? I bet you – hold on. Actually, I'll give you the answer because my mind is flying.
Well, I got it right in front of me.
No. The Jets are the only one to lose, aren't they?
Yeah. The Jets are the only loser of the bunch.
They're the Jets. That's what they do. But so 8-1, if you get that type of game flipping play in the NFL, it's game over. I mean, it's insane. 9 defensive touchdowns. All right, so go to number 2. What we learned today. We also learned apparently Jordan Davis hates gamblers. First of all, look, we're going to get to Eagles and Rams in depth, but the fact that the Eagles blocked the Rams twice, but they block a game-winning field goal, and then for no reason with no time on the clock return it, mind you, 27-26, Rams are catching 3.5. It didn't matter what happened on that field. It didn't matter.
Fall down.
And then Jordan Davis, like,
somebody catch him. Jordan Davis, 500 pounds. Tackle him.
Hey, he lost a lot of weight in the offseason. You watch your mouth. He's much quicker this year. He chased down quarterbacks.
Clearly.
Listen, bottom line, that was horrific. And I'm sorry. If you bet the Eagles, you were an idiot today. But whatever, idiots get rewarded in life all the time. I mean, who are we kidding? Look at Hollywood.
And that brings us to second of the 5 big things. Who won the day on the short list? The Eagles. They couldn't do anything in the first half today, Mike. They had 33 yards of offense, yet they go 26-0 unanswered and find a way to win, which is something they continue to do.
No, and look, you got to give your flowers. Do I think the Eagles are as good as last year's team? I don't. The running game is not right. But Jalen Hurts, this is what I like, Jim. Jalen Hurts at a certain point in that game, they had to say, look, this game's on you now. You know, they're going to throw it 30 times.
Yep.
You know, Barkley, 18 for 46. Ugh. And, you know, you're sitting there, you can't cover Nakua. It's on you. And what he does is it's not sexy. It doesn't look perfect, but he's a winner. This has been a winner at every stop of his life. And some guys just have it, right? Like last week, didn't we do the Baker Mayfield conversation? Yep. Oh, by the way, did it again. But, like, that's the separator. They have a winning culture, a winning DNA. Flip the script, right? Like what we learned today, Atlanta can't be trusted. They're not ready to take their diapers off. They still have to have the Snuggies on. You thought you were going to jump in the pool with a swimsuit. You're not, because you may poop in the pool. That's what they did today. The Eagles, that's that championship medal. A 26-0 run in this league at any time. It's impossible. And the Rams, Jim, let me ask you if I'm crazy. I understand they lost the game. But is it wrong that in a lot of ways I'm still very impressed with the Rams? To go into Philly, to play the way they did, you can clean up this special teams issue. 2 blocks and one of them going back. I view that as a little bit, out there.
There's a lot of ways to look at it, right? Like they should have executed on field goals. I mean, it's one thing if the guy misses wide left or wide right. You should be able to get the kick off clean, and they couldn't twice in the fourth quarter. Rams should have won the game. Now, there's woulda, shoulda, couldas, and it's why the Eagles, 19 of their last 20 games have been wins.
Yeah.
I know they haven't looked good. I know we could have a conversation about it, But Mike, the personnel's still there from the team that did it last year, at least offensively. I don't think the offense is going to look this bad all season. And while they're not playing well, they're still winning. They won the day. Another team I'd tell you that won the day, the
Colts.
Chargers.
Oh, you want to go Chargers first? I thought you were going to be all over your boy, Indiana Jones. All right.
Indiana Jones MVP candidate.
Do the Charger thing first. Because I was really impressed. Like, Chargers, you want to talk culture? You want to talk about the antithesis of what we talk about with Atlanta, which is a losing culture, a losing DNA? Dude, Harbaugh's Thanos. What did it cost me? Everything. It did. But the dude is Thanos. Like, Harbaugh can flat coach. And you can see the Chargers. Think about the Brandon Staley era of Charger football. They lose that game 11 out of 10 times. That's not even mathematically possible, but you know what I'm saying.
He would have found a way.
Yes. This is a game they win. And Jim, this game flipped because we talk about the margins. They fumbled a kickoff. Unforgivable. They had offensive line injuries. Najee Harris, rest in peace. That's an Achilles. And I'm not a doctor, but come on. He's done. And they just battle. And I absolutely love Justin Herbert taking a baseball bat to Ryan Clark's head for that asinine take. Justin Herbert just does it again. They make the winning play. They beat a division rival. First 3-0 start in 23 seasons, winning 23-20.
Herbert's a bit of an enigma, right? Like, I think at one point you could call him the most overrated and underrated quarterback simultaneously because the talent's there. He needs more of those moments. And, Mike, they now have wins over Kansas City and Denver. They're in first place in the division with the head-to-head early. And Herbert, without a run game, made plays in this one. The touchdown he threw to Keenan Allen, where he's rolling left and throws that contested ball. First of all, the arm strength to get it there, to execute the throw. He has other world gifts. And if they're going to put it together this year, they're going to win the division, and they're going to be a real threat. And I know
one of us picked the Chargers to win the division. Who would that be? It's not the guy wearing a toupee, I can tell you that. I'm kidding. It's natural and it's beautiful. No, and look, here's my thing with the Denver thing. I still have questions with this defense because when it's chips down and you needed a stop, a top 5 defense gets a stop.
Yep. They
didn't. And look, last week they let the Colts, who apparently are now the greatest show on turf. Look, there's something not right with this Bronco defense that was supposed to carry the day. And look, Bo Nix can still be gritty and gutty. Not good enough. At one point in the game, I think he was 13 for 25. It's not good enough. Sean Payton's drawing up easy throws. Elite screen game for them. Something's not quite right there. And I wonder if there's a little bit of just kind of a regression for them. And the Chargers, look, I loved them all summer. It's playing out. It's going to look really good when the Chiefs are 0-3 tonight. Come on, just for my dad, will you allow it, please?
You're wearing the Giants hat. I don't know if you're going to will it.
Honestly, I'm going to sit and watch a game, and I know it'll be like the MSU game. I'm probably turning this thing off by halftime, but whatever. I apologize. Can we talk Colts for a minute?
Just a minute, yeah.
At what point do we believe they're real?
What is real? Division winner? Sure.
How about this? I term real, win division, win playoff game. They look real to me. They don't punt.
They finally punted today, and it's a day they put up 40 and controlled the game. I mean, you see the stats there. Daniel Jones throws a touchdown. What you don't see is another game from Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns, and they double him up.
You know, it's interesting, too, because you're seeing it around the league, Jim, is like the running games are struggling everywhere. Jonathan Taylor's just killing people. He had a damn near beast mode run today. I mean, he didn't flatline anybody with a stiff arm, but he broke about 17 tackles. That film room for the Titans secondary is going to be yuck. That's going to be gross. But they look, people forget because of how awful Richardson was. Steichen is an offensive genius. Like they have offensive minds there. This is the Philadelphia Eagle like brain trust.
Mm-hmm.
If Danny Dimes can be the table setter and they can curate throws for him. Hell, Jim, he's using the mobility he's always had, obviously not right after the knee injury. If the running game's right, Tyler Warren's a player. You could see that one from a million miles away. I still don't know why the Bears drafted Loveland over Tyler Warren, but whatever, it's not my problem. I think they're real, Jim, and that division's bad. We're going to get through it in the rundown. I mean, whether it's Houston, whether it's Jacksonville, Tennessee, I want to say this. I want to give you credit for something because I'm starting to move to your side a little bit with the Cam Ward thing. is the flashes are there. I have grave concerns about Callahan being his head coach, but Cam Ward showed some nice things today. And I can like, you can future cast it working, but I got concerns about that staff. And I also have concerns, will they be there? But yes, the three biggest winners of the day to me, outside of just being happy for people in Cleveland because they should be 2-1, it would be the Eagles, it would be the Colts, and it's absolutely my LA Chargers. In Harbaugh, we trust.
All right, third big thing, the unforgivable loss. Mike,
yes,
you already alluded to it with Cleveland picking up a win. It's an unforgivable loss for the Green Bay Packers. As Micah Parsons put it post-game, sometimes you shit the bed. That's a real quote.
There's Shakespeare and there's Micah Parsons. They're really the same person. That, for me, it's unforgivable because, look, I'm not mad if you go on the road against the number one defense in football and you win ugly. Not mad. To be up 10-0 late and you blow that lead, where Jordan Love had a brain dead moment. There's no other way to put it. That's an egregious interception, but work with me. So you end up tied. Fine enough. You go down the field. You do exactly what you're supposed to do. You're going to kick the game-winning field goal. We're going to get out of here, survive in advance. We don't apologize for wins. The kick gets blocked. Okay, fine enough. So even then, fine enough. To let Joe Flacco, who's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's in a wheelchair, go down the field and beat you when you're attempting to be the number one seed, it will shock me if they are not. This is like being on your deathbed and you're just ruining all of your mistakes. It is the most unforgivable loss you'll see all year. Awful.
Mike, they didn't do anything well in this game. 14 penalties, the most they've had in a game since 2010, right? There's no run game. Love sacked 5 times. And the pick he threw in the fourth quarter, Mike, this is the thing with Love. And I know you're higher on him than me. He does this stuff. Playoff games, big moments,
I'm not going to defend that. You should have wheeled him out there with a piano and sunglasses singing Georgia. It was ridiculous. What do you think I'm going to do? Schlep for this guy? It was terrible.
I tell you, this is who he is. He does dumb stuff.
Okay.
We're
not going there. I could say he didn't play great. Damn near best QB in the league the first 2 weeks. This was bad. This was objectively bad. Here's the other. I just want to return to our theme of the day. Sound like Ralphie from A Christmas Story's teacher. Here's our theme. The margins. Look again. What did you say about the penalties? What did you say about the one mistake or a special teams breakdown? The Packers are one of the best teams in football. The Browns decidedly are not. The margins, man. This ain't Texas Tech, Kansas. And it is a stark reminder in week 3. That's a horrible loss. And listen, for our Detroit people watching, huge. That is a huge loss. Because, again, even if the Lions lose to the Ravens, that's one thing. That's a totally different thing. You ain't losing to the Browns.
You better not.
That's just hey, this was supposed to be the Pack, easy. Or, hey, they won ugly, let's get out of here. That was horrific. Now, you got something in here, by the way. Oh, can I offer one other thing?
Yeah.
One other thing, because I love one of your notes in here, and it's true. I'm not concerned about Jordan Love. I know you hate him. Established. I am concerned about Green Bay's run game. And I just do want to shout out Cleveland for two reasons. Any other week, they would have had the best uniform helmet combo.
Loved it.
It was amazing. Just wear those whole times. I don't know why they got to walk around like little cuties or those Clementine things with those orange helmets.
Wear that every week.
I loved it. And with that defense, look, they're filthy. They swarm you. And Myles Garrett, you ever notice we don't have to hear about Myles Garrett getting double teamed, but we always got to hear it about Hutch. Like Myles Garrett, pardon my French, Myles Garrett don't give a fuck. He's just going to kill you. Cleveland, they should be 2-1. But then again, they're the Browns. Okay, fireable offense by Jim Costa. I've waited all segment for this. Because you're normally Mr. Defender of coaches and analytics and aggression. Take me through this fireable offense. What game does this come out of?
Look, I'm the guy giving you thumbs up. Go for it. This is
we got some of those
thumbs
later.
Down.
We have some of those later. The disco is back. The analytics disco.
Mike, this isn't the reason this team lost the game, but it is indefensible and it is reprehensible and it's of the highest order. It's about to be halftime in Indy, Tennessee. The Titans are looking to draw within a touchdown. It's 17-6.
Okay.
And they're setting up for a 57-yard field goal out of 2 different timeouts, one by them and one by
delay a game.
And they took a delay of game. How are you taking a delay of game with 2 timeouts? You can't get the field goal unit out on the field to kick it. Now, Mike, because they screw it up, they kick a 62, which they miss. The Colts get it with great field position. They score. It's a 6-point swing. Instead of drawing within 1 score, it's now 20-6 at the half. And you already are asking a lot of a rookie quarterback, but now he's got to come back down 2 scores. Just reprehensible. I mean, that's a fireable offense.
So what I want you to do, flow chart, Callahan.
Yep.
I'm telling you, and talk to people who cover the league. I don't think he's long for this. I don't see it. And you're right, fireable offense. All the jokes I make about some of the analytics stuff and whatever. No, come on, man. And here's the other thing: you take the delay game on the 57. You know what I'm doing? I'm punting.
Yeah.
Hey, we make jokes about kickers being cyborgs, but not everybody's got one who can hit it from 62. You got a young team. You're on the fringes. You're in the mix. You're at home. Just fine. Don't double down on the stupidity, which they did. Now, what is this backup quarterback ranking? This is what we're doing?
No. What I want you to do, I'm going to simplify this. We had 5 backup quarterbacks play today. Yeah. Give me the best. Give me the worst.
Mariota was the best. Mariota basically was geriatric Jaden Daniels. The Raiders were such horseshit. But I'd say Mariota won. I just think because of the weight he had to carry, thrown it nearly 40 times, and he didn't get a lot of benefit of the doubt, and they were on the road, I'd say Tyrod Taylor. It's not Tyrod, by the way. It's Tyrod. Just throwing that out there. Guy's been in the league for 20 years, and people go, Tyrod. It's Tyrod. Bottom line, I'd put him 2. I'll put the soulless Ginger 3. I mean, Wentz 14-20. It's pedestrian, but he played well.
He didn't have to do much. Did enough.
And then
Mac Jones.
Sure, I guess.
Only because Jake Browning has to be dead last.
Fair. Done. You know what?
Done.
He didn't go full Browning, therefore not last. Look, what it shows you is this. Backups for a week, you can be okay. But the longer they play, it takes a rare person to be what Brock Purdy turned into. Like all of these guys are like auto plays if they play against. Wentz is the only one I feel good about long-term because, Jim, that defense can be high level. I won't say elite. I've never bought this Brian Flores top. There are still ways that good quarterbacks can make Flores look stupid, right? But he's got a defense. They have a great home field advantage. And Wentz is going to be the most insulated he's been since the year he was headed for MVP and he broke his back.
Well, did you see today the report is JJ expected out until week 7. Is there a real chance Wentz grabs this job and doesn't look back?
I think it depends on the politics within the organization too. You got to remember they used first-round capital on JJ. I'm still a believer they're running cover for this kid. That he was so bad 7 out of 8 quarters. I've never seen a guy finish a game, no signs of injury, stepping into throws, and then before anything, out, high ankle sprain, no tests, no practice, no we're going to see, no questionable, gone. I just think they put JJ in there, and look, they turn the film on and go, we're going to ruin this kid if we play him. Jim, yes, I think Wentz could take the job. But obviously, if they're losing, no.
Well, so think about this. It's Steelers, Browns next 2, Eagles, Chargers, bye. Then it's Lions, Ravens out of the bye. Do you want to drop them in those games? Probably not.
Oh, my God. No. I think
it's his job for the foreseeable future. I do think we'll see JJ near the end of the year.
I totally agree. All right. You want to give him a word from KG before we get to our rundown there, brother? All right.
So let's tell you about KG Law, presenting sponsor of the football show. If you or someone you care about is injured in a car accident, don't mess around. Don't settle. Call my guy, Lawrence KG and KG Law. KG Law specializes in car accidents. So what does that mean? It means you're going to get personal attention to detail from someone who's actually looking out for you and knows what they're doing. They're not going to take some lowball settlement offer from the insurance companies. If you or someone you care about is injured in a car accident, it's KG Law. 877-KG-CARES. Visit kgcares.com. KG will take care of you. That's KAJY, kgcares.com.
All right, let's get to the rundown. Brought to you by Hungry Howie's. Jimmy, we got a bunch to do. You want to start Pat Steelers?
Let's start with
21-14 win for the Steelers. And if you didn't watch, you have no idea. This game was stupid. That is how I describe this. For one, the Patriots fumble not once, but twice inside the 1 yard line, including Ramondre Stevenson. It had to be a pencil from the end zone. You get a Drake May fumble in there as well. Steelers are out 14-0. They do largely nothing. Rodgers doesn't even get to 150 yards, throws an egregious pick, and somehow, some way, I'm convinced he's made a deal with Satan. There is some form of dark forces that the Steelers, every time I'm watching this game, Patriot receivers, everyone's open, tra-la-la, and I'm going, Steelers are never going to win this game because Drake May didn't play that bad. The Patriots outplayed them, really start to finish. Ready? Margins. You cannot make these critical errors.
Mike, the Steelers had 203 yards of offense in the game.
Jesus.
And it can be all explained by 5 Patriot turnovers. It's the entire story of the game. Ramondre Stevenson should be cut, his key card should not work at the facility. He should be gone.
Also, Travia, hey, I'll tell you this, I know it's not a theme for the week. These rookie running backs suck. Henderson stinks. Genti stinks. Hampton stinks.
Harvey.
Bob Johnson, McClobberty, or whatever the fuck his name is.
He scored for Washington.
All right, you get my point. RJ Harvey. Hey, where's Caleb Johnson in Pittsburgh? Stinks.
He's been benched forever.
What on earth?
They sent him to a gulag. We'll never hear from him again.
He's on work detail. Here was the other one. Analytics Disco, Volume 1. Vrabel, his own 16-yard line in a 14-7 game. Own 16 in the first half.
Got it, though.
Do not grade this on whether it worked or not.
I'm not. But you and I fight about this. A yard is a yard. You're going to go for it most of the time.
Own 16, 14-7. You're at home. It's the first half. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
No, that's when you should punt. That's a thumbs down.
Yes. Okay.
Most of these are thumbs up, and I fight with you via text during all these games. This is what I would concede.
Jim, it's like the TV show, This Is Us. This is what we do, okay? All right, Vikings, Bengals. Vikings a lot, Bengals a little. This game was a joke. And again, I've said this to you. I know the Bengals are 2-0. I still think they're a 10-loss team. The offensive line's terrible. The defense is terrible. And Brian Flores worked Jake Browning over. Multiple. You had a fumble 6. You had a pick 6. It was a demolition. I don't have a lot to say. I'll just tell you this. This Bengal thing to me, guys like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Trey Hendrickson, this could be a powder keg. Jim, it's a bad football team. The Browns missed an extra point and a chip shot, or the Bengals lose that game. Burrow is not coming back. That division is brutal. I think it's going to be a lot more. It won't look like this, but I don't think it's going to look a lot better. That Bengals schedule, look out.
Next 3 games at the Broncos, the Lions, at the Packers.
Jesus.
Mike, as a Lions fan, I'm looking at Trey Hendrickson saying trade deadline. We'll go back to it.
Yeah, but are we doing this right?
No, we don't need to do it.
Hold on. Time out. It's our show. We'll do whatever we want. 60 seconds on this. I'm not fighting the principle of the issue, especially now. Hey, tell me if you've heard this before. Davenport's hurt. Jim, you got to convince me the organization sees there's a problem.
Well, they don't. So,
like if your Uncle Leo, if Uncle Leo shows up drunk to every family function, but Uncle Leo doesn't realize that's a problem, Uncle Leo's not going to change his behavior. So, Lions,
but all I can tell you is it should be on the table. They're going to sell. It is a rental. You always could use more pass rush, especially with Davenport hurt. I'm just circling Cincy because you say 10 losses. That's probably generous, especially if Burrow's not coming back.
I was trying to be nice. I'm in a good mood. Let's go Bucks and Jets. They need to build a wheelbarrow because the weight that Baker carries between his legs with his pendulous balls has got to make him tired. Mayfield does it again. The Bucks are trying to go up 9. They're up 26-20. They get a field goal blocked. Of course it goes back for a touchdown. Now you're thinking the Jets are going to win the game 27-26. And Baker goes, all right, hey, Bob, the team manager, do me a favor. Lift these pendulous balls out of this wheelbarrow. I got to go play. And he just leads them down the field. By the way,
was there any doubt? Was there any doubt when they gave up that field goal block for a touchdown? I had no doubt they were going to win the game.
There is also no doubt. I wish they would wear those jerseys every week.
Yeah,
gorgeous. The creamsicles, they're gorgeous. And when the team's winning, they look nasty. Now, when they were dog shit and they have like Steve DeBerg as their quarterback, you're going, oh my God. Dude, go back to these. These things I love those things. Bruce the Buccaneer rocks. And it's a sports logo you can't wear in public. That color scheme matches exactly nothing. Where are you going with 3 shades of Clementine? Nowhere. But look, the Bucs, they've got moxie, but let me say this, because I know I'm a Baker slapdick. They got to be more professional. These little saving things from the fire each of the first 3 weeks, how about play better so it's not in the fire? It was the Jets. You were up 20-6. Be better, guys.
At the same time, they don't have Tristan Wirfs, and they've thrown their center out to left tackle, who's not played well, Barton. They should be getting Wirfs back as early as next week. Now, the other problem is Mike Evans left with a hammy injury, so it may be. My point is, while you're nicked up and dinged up and it's early in the season,
all right, just survive.
The same thing as the Eagles. Just find ways to get some wins here and build up enough to have a home playoff game or more.
I need 60 seconds or less on this next game because honestly, I wanted to put a bullet in my television anytime it came on. Jags Texans.
Sloppy mess.
What? This is a case study. How can I destroy my franchise quarterback in 4 easy steps? Between Lawrence and Stroud. Look, CJ, we know the problem. They have no running game. That offensive line, he's pressured on almost 50% of third downs. Trevor Lawrence, I got nothing, man. The interceptions, what? And oh, by the way, for the Jags, are you as tripped out as I am? Is Brian Thomas okay? Like Travis Hunter, okay, he's a rookie. Brian Thomas was a stud last year. This guy looks like he's on Quaaludes. He's not even running routes.
He had a 47-yarder on their go-ahead touchdown, and that was the only time we had even heard from him in the game.
Exactly.
And it's odd because he profiles. He's big, fast. He was super productive as a rookie. He's the one constant go-to guy it should be in that passing game. And you're right. I don't know. There was the body language and catch the ball, and now he was on the injury report with a wrist injury. There's something going on there.
Big time. And the Travis Hunter thing, look, I'll raise my hand. I got it wrong. I really thought they were going to use him a certain way. I thought he would be involved in this offense. He's a nothing burger. The defensive snaps don't pop. Now they're trying to do a 50-50 thing, which I think is the worst thing you could do. They gave up so much to get him. I like nothing about either of these teams. And for the Texans, you're going nowhere. How you entered this season with that offensive line, if you're CJ Stroud, I think you should file a lawsuit. Go to Panthers in Atlanta because this one actually made me angry. I get so mad when you look at a team, and by the way, the Panthers won 30-0. It's not a misprint, okay? Disgraceful. And I'm not being hyperbolic. You're Atlanta. You drew even. You went on the road. Your running game looked good. Your defense looked good. You're in division now. You're playing a bad Panthers team. And while Jim and I wanted no part of betting the game or laying the 5.5, your job is to go win, advance. To get beat would be bad enough. To put that uncompetitive horseshit on film, that's loser DNA. Jim, that is bar none. I know the Pack are going to catch hell, and they should. To me, Atlanta should win the dirty diaper of the week. That was atrocious.
It's a multi-interception day by your young quarterback. The first, a pick six, unforgivable in the flat. Your kicker, remember they made the switch at kicker? That didn't matter.
The new guy sucks too.
Yeah. Left, right, miss.
Also, shout out Bryce Young. Your lack of vertical caliber helped you. His shortness helped him turn that corner. The defender basically clotheslined air. And Bryce was down here going, and he just turned the I go, you got to be shitting me. But I looked like a little kid on the field.
But it just speaks to like teams that are ready to win and teams that aren't. Like Atlanta's a classic. Hey, before the season starts, all the systems are go.
Yeah.
You won 8 games last year with Kirk Cousins. The thought is, well, you could win 8, 9, 10 playoffs.
Yeah.
That's not no.
All right. Let's go Commanders, Raiders, and we'll speed up a little bit because I know we got to talk a few other things. I just want to tell you this. Look, Raiders, dog water performance, weren't ready to play. This Ashton Genty thing, all I'm going to tell you is this. If you draft a kid that high and you have Chip Kelly as the OC, whoever you hire, you have to design your offense to around their abilities. Ashton Genty, 3 weeks into the season, has 3.1 yards a carry. They go long stretches without ever involving him. I don't understand the point. Why draft him? I'm not saying he should be setting records. This ain't Boise State. Jim, why draft him? If you are going to go drives plural without involving him, and it looks awful.
Mike, the answer is the hat you're wearing. We've already watched this happen. If you draft Saquon Barkley thinking it's going to create a run game, you're wrong. Offensive lines create run games.
Do you want to pull up Saquon's rookie year? He was a superstar. I'm just saying, at least it looked good. We were shit, but at least it looked good.
What I'm telling you, offensive lines make run games, not the other way around. Running backs don't create their own holes.
All right, I've heard that. Make your own. Figure it out. All right, Bears, Cowboys. Bears win 31-14. Because why? Chaos. I don't know if this was more about the Bears or more about the Cowboys. The Cowboy defense is some kind of special. And maybe we got everything we needed last week when the Giants dotted them up, but Caleb looked good throughout. Luther Burden, welcome to the party, dude. It's week 3. They unleashed him. Ben was in his bag with the reverses and the doot-to-doos. They got just enough from the running game. And again, that Cowboy defense, I mean, dear God, they help me. I got nothing else on the game. It's just I don't know that the Bears are fixed because you ain't going to play that level of garbage every week. That defense is awful.
But I don't think they're as bad as you thought they were from week 2, Chicago, I'm saying. They needed this. They needed a bounce back. I don't think they were ever one of the 3 worst teams in the league.
Okay.
I think they needed this. But yeah, what am I supposed to do with it? Because the Cowboys were letting decrepit Russell Wilson go vertical on him. And it's to the credit of the Bears, they got verticality early doing the same thing. They needed this for confidence. I think it says a lot about Dallas's defense.
Well, and CD getting hurt. CD getting hurt just killed him.
Yeah.
That kills your ability to get into a shootout. You got Pete Turpin or whatever his name is and George Pickens. We did Chargers, Broncos, no need again. Seattle and the Saints, there's nothing to say. The Saints are bad. They played over their skis the first 2 weeks. Reality came calling. Away from home, 12th man, dump truck. And by the way, I'll say one thing nice about New Orleans. Best helmet uniform combo of the day. Elite. The all whites, crispy. The helmet, sick. And that concludes our Saints talk. They are atrocious. Niners, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. stinks. He dropped a wide open 80-yard touchdown. He's nowhere in the game plan. He's not interesting to me. I was told this kid would reinvent the sport. Oh, by the way, shout out Bob DeMercado, the kid from TCU. He dropped a touchdown pass in the flat. Yeah, you would have thought he was catching a meteor. But what do the Cardinals do? They don't make the winning plays.
They didn't close. They left the door open.
Which they didn't close the first 2 weeks, which means they're not ready, which means they're going to break my balls again because I showed faith in them that I thought they'd compete in the West. You can't lose to Mac Jones that way. And their defense did everything needed, including getting the safety.
Yeah, but this is a rare game where neither team feels good leaving. Like I look at the Niners who were 3-0, and I thought, hey, this is a zombie Niners year, soft schedule. They still can't run the ball.
No.
Nick Bosa left with an injury. They win, which is better than losing, Mike. I've been told that. But they didn't play well.
No. All right, listen. Let's cheer everybody up. We'll get a word about pizza before we preview the Lions game. Does that sound fair?
Do it.
Damn DeMercado.
Ever wondered if What Up Dough was a pizza, what it would taste like? I'll tell you what, like Hungry Howie's authentic Detroit-style pizza. It's officially launched, out there repping the 313, making us proud with that thick, fluffy crust, cheese to edge, and sauce on top where it should be if you're calling it Detroit-style. Respect the Hungry Howies. Get yours for just $12.99 right now over at hungryhowies.com before I beat you to it. I'll say it again, authentic.
All right, let's get to this Lions discussion brought to you by Moran Chevrolet. And obviously, they play tomorrow night. We don't need to go crazy on it tonight, but just a couple of minutes. I always love questions like this. You put it on here, what's at stake? My answer was credibility. Not that the Lions aren't good or whatever. Like, if they lose, it doesn't mean they're bad. I'm going to be totally fine. Now, if they go get bombed, that's a different conversation. But the credibility is, look, if they win this game, I think it puts them back to the perch that many believe they deserve to be on. But you have to beat quality to be with the quality. So that's it. But if it's a hard-fought game, you lose in the fourth quarter, you lose 31-24 or something, I'm not going to shit on the team. I think this is a tough assignment. It's a Monday night in Baltimore. But I tell you, Baltimore's banged up.
Yep.
BK is hurt. The D tackle, who's a stud.
Yep.
Van Noy's hurt. They got a couple injuries on the offense. Obviously, Isaiah Likely's been dinged up forever.
Yeah, their fullback. Yeah.
Hey, I like Ricard.
Well, they use him. I know. It's like a big deal.
300-pound dude that catch passes.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Do you believe credibility's on the line?
Yeah, there's always credibility on the line. I don't want to take the air out of the room. I don't think it's defining if they win. This team's won 15 regular season games before. It's encouraging. It's good to win. It's not defining if they win. And a loss isn't devastating unless it's, a blowout or something. I hate to take the significance away from this, but it's just so early in the year. There's no Aleem McNeil. It is in Baltimore on the road. I don't think this is a defining game for the Lions, although you want to win this game and pick up some momentum.
Do you agree, though, if they get flatlined, look bad, if it looks like the Packers 2.0, it's worth a conversation, or are you just totally dismiss it?
Well, yeah, I mean, if they lose by 20 points, yeah, I'm gonna look at it and go, what the hell's going on here?
They gonna win the game?
I think they're gonna lose in a shootout.
I dig it. Okay, I'd be okay. I'd be okay with
because
that.
Here's my thought.
I think they're a good team, so I'd be totally fine with that.
My thought is the side of the ball I trust is the offense.
Yes.
Week 2, I know it was against the Bears, but it looked like the Lions team I had watched before. It was as good as any Ben Johnson performance. It's clear they don't miss Ben Johnson, but I need to see a complete effort. And on defense, I don't know if I'm getting to Lamar. I don't know if I'm corralling Derrick Henry. I don't know if I'm winning a shootout in Baltimore. I expect them to lose, but I want to see him fight.
The game was in December. I'd feel a lot better because, to your point, you'd have more of your D linemen healthy. I'm with you. I think it's a tough spot. All right, let's get a word from Moran Chevrolet, and we're on to question of the week and a Sunday night preview.
September, truck month, Moran Chevrolet. Perfect time to elevate your tailgating game at Moran. Number one selling Chevy dealer and best game day start. The 26 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4. Lease one at Moran right now, $349 a month, 24 months. Or the 26 Equinox LT, $279 a month, 36 months. Guys, they got the best deals in town, MoranExpress.com, or you can stop by on Gratiot, just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. It's Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price period. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
All right, let's get to the C4 Energy question of the week. Obviously, C4 Ultimate in 3 flavors, frostbitten citrus, the tropical tundra frost, and then, yes, Jim, my favorite, cherry bomb frost. Anything cherry, I dig. Ever since I was a little kid, even like Fun Dip, like cherry. It's just delightful. The question's from Adam Boyd in Waterville. Rank these quarterbacks in order who you'd say in the next 5 years has the most playoff appearances. It's Caleb, Daniels, McCarthy, May, Penix, Nix. For me, it would be Daniels 1. I'm going May 2 because I'm a slap. You'll probably go Bo Nix. Are those the top 3, though, by a wide margin?
Yeah, I think Daniels is a clear 1. Then there's a gap. Then it's probably Bo Nix 2.
God,
and then I'd have Drake May 3.
All right. Why do you hate Drake May? What's your problem?
I got Drake May ahead of the other 3 dudes.
Who hurt you? I'll get you on my side with Drake.
Well, I don't know. With the way Caleb played today, should we include him in the Drake May conversation?
No, not after 1 week against the zombie defense. And look, Penix, there's a lot of work to do. Look, Penix and McCarthy are the furthest away based on lack of – I think there's a lack of God-given ability by both of those guys. I mean, JJ is slight and Penix is a statue. Those things are going to hurt. Like, if you're a quarterback, you can't be eternally banged up. There's a physical profile. Caleb has this God-given ability. He's just a little bit of a bird brain. The other 3 guys, look, Bo Nix I worry about because he's already 50. He's a step from getting discounted breakfast. But in the next 5 years, Daniels.
Yeah, but you're forecasting. He's with Sean Payton. He's already been to the postseason. He's just got a leg up on the other dudes.
That's fair. I just
I agree with you putting JJ and Penix near the bottom. JJ just needs live bullets. Like at Michigan, it was an underdeveloped passing game. Yeah. He got dropped in here and didn't look good in week 2 and now he's hurt. Like, he's just at the back of the line.
All right, let me take care of some business. We're going to get to the Sunday night preview, and I need you to be nice. Just please, can I have a shred of hope? I need you to sell me this pen. You bullied me on our podcast, so I need you to sell me this pen, okay? Let me give you a word from C4, if I may. If you have a question for us, get to a participating 7-Eleven, look for the QR code at the C4 Energy display, scan the code, ask the question. For a list of participating 7-Elevens and contest details, 971theticket.com. C4 Energy, the energy you need. 200 milligrams of good caffeine and performance energy. Or if you do a radio show like me, 300 milligrams in the ultimate energy. You'll be ready to kick ass and take names. C4 isn't your traditional energy drink. Next level. Sugar-free, made for athletes, high-quality ingredients. Get C4 Performance or the ultimate at 7-Eleven. And remember, if you got a question for us, get to 7-Eleven. Find the QR code at the C4 Energy display. Jim, let's preview Sunday Night Football, brought to you by Crocodile Cloth. It is the Kansas City Chiefs laying 5.5 at the New York Football Giants. NBC has promoted this as the Big G Bowl. Now, I want to remind you, my dad took a walk to clear his head after Giants-Cowboys. Let me also state for the record, my dad did not want to take a walk. My dad had already gone for his walk on Sunday morning. There will be no walk, or my dad will probably get arrested. This game won't get over till midnight. You sat there and are like, you got to bet the Giants. You're Mr. Chiefs. I feel like this is some form of like Inception you're performing.
No, this is knowing who I work with. You think the Chiefs are a bunch of frauds. Your Giants have a good D-line. Mahomes won't have time. Like, I feel like I'm giving you and your dad a pep talk that you would already give yourself.
Okay, for the Giants tonight, Andrew Thomas is back. That's huge.
Yeah.
I think Andrew Thomas, obviously, he'll go to left tackle. What I'm interested in, Marcus Bowe, the kid they drafted out of Purdue, this is kind of like your Lions with Mahogany. We may have found a little something in the fifth round.
Project guy, yeah.
Marcus Bowe came in and was awesome after James Hudson did his best to destroy my football team. My fear is Spagnuolo. He's going to be sending heat, and Russell Wilson does not respond well to it. Then the Giants are also doing this weird little QB roulette. Here's the other problem. Shane Bowen, the Giants defensive coordinator, is a horse's ass. I mean, I don't understand how you get all these pass rushers and you're playing this soft cover, loose zones. Dexter Lawrence even called himself out this week because I think everybody was calling him out. Dexter's been fine. But when Dex is right, he treats guards and centers like end tables. He picks them up and moves them. I think it'll be a low-scoring, ugly game. No worthy for the Chiefs. Yeah. But, Jim,
in what world are the Chiefs starting 3, Mike?
Against a real defense.
Chiefs are not starting 0-3.
All right, but I don't know. They're not good.
Well, then that's what I was telling you early in the week.
All right, hold on. So you would take the 5.5. You think the Giants are going to play close tonight? You think it's like a 21-17 game?
You should have bet that. That was my point to you. I think the Chiefs are going to take care of business tonight. I think there is more there than we've seen.
Look, I think it's going to be lower scoring. The Chiefs take 8 million years to score. There's no explosiveness, but I worry about the Giants being able to sustain any form of drives because Russell Wilson gets that, and he can't, like, even if the pocket's clean, he operates like it's not.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like 20-13.
How about 20-17? Can you just please? Come on. My dad can't be walking around in the dark. Come on. Fine. 20-13 for Jim. Give me here 21. The Giants are going to play tough tonight. I don't know why. Why? Because I need some level of joy, dude. I stayed up till it was 31-10 in the state game because all I heard was like, "Well, you're old," and I wanted to just be like, "Jim, aren't you proud of me?" I stayed up until Joe Rossi's defense put me to bed, and now I'm going to tune in for this absolute nonsense. Come on, one time. Evan, tell him about Crocodile Cloth. Damn it.
So let's tell you about Crocodile Cloth. It's your do-it-all solution for life's toughest messes. And for the grillers out there, this is the key. They've got the Crocodile Cloth grill. It's what you need if you love grilling, but you hate that cleanup. The Crocodile Cloth grill cloths are the perfect addition to your tailgate. They power through that sticky baked-on grease and food like it's nothing. Crocodile Cloth grill cloths can clean your cooler, your outdoor furniture, anything that gets messy at the tailgate. 10-inch by 15-inch, they stay wet, they do the job. These are a game changer. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to crocodilecloth.com/football-show for a tailgate bundle and a free gift. Who doesn't like free? That's crocodilecloth.com/football-show for that free gift with the bundle. As they say at Crocodile Cloth, go ahead, get messy.
I quit. That's the football show. I'm headed for disappointment watching.
Good luck tonight, Mike.
Football. Thanks, bud. Hey, just send my dad a nice text, will you please? Okay. The poor guy is in his feelings. Everybody enjoy your football. Jim will be with you tomorrow morning. I'll be with you tomorrow afternoon. Lions, Ravens, Monday night. That is week 3. It's the football show.